Hey there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and welcome to the Webcast with Attitude 100. And this is welcome to Webcast with Attitude. This is LR4, and this is episode 199, a Morphinomial ending. Guys, we made it up to 199 episodes, and we got a good lot of stuff to talk about, which is con related here and there, conventions coming up. And then we got the last episode to talk about, and we're going to discuss a little bit about the reboot of what we've heard over, Power Rangers, social medias, and all that. And then we got the Super Sentai Zone, all that fun stuff. So anyway, before we get into all that, let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-hosts. We got Ryan. I think we have Ryan. He's probably talking to us. He's doing something right now. Anyway, we have Rick as well.
Hi.
So, yeah. And we have Ryan. I think we have Ryan. He's here. He's muted. He's having problems. Apparently he doesn't want him to talk. It's like, no voice for you. Technology, you gotta love it. Go ahead. Let me see something. Did I mute him? No, I didn't.
No, he can unmute himself if he's not busy.
There we go. Now we have Ryan.
Yeah.
We having issues?
Let's leave studio. Novi, can I have my phone? I think it's your computer.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good.
He's having internet issues.
Yeah. Hey, it's actually not you this time.
I know. That's a surprise. Wonder if Grandpa's watching the football game.
199 episodes. Shy from 200.
Shy from 2000. Yeah.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, we're not there. Oh, God, we'd be dead by then.
No.
Maybe. We'll probably be old.
It took us 10 years to get to 200.
Oh, well, 199.
Yeah.
10 years.
So if we want to get to 2000, most 200.
Rick's doing the math right now. Oh, nice.
We need 9 more. It would be 90 more years.
Oh, geez.
If we go at the rate we're currently going. If we increase our episode count per year, we could hit it a lot faster. So,
where's Simon? My cat's right here, and I don't see my dog anymore.
If we go for another 90 years, I'll be the only one left. It is my curse.
Oh, jeez. Really, Bella?
Curse. Pain is my life.
Simon?
Well, you got one of your pets? Or
Bella.
Yeah, Bella's
my cat. That's my
got
cat.
her pet.
Yeah. Well, no, she's usually downstairs in the basement or upstairs in my mom's room because of the dog.
Yeah, well, she's
where the
playing
dog
with her
is
pet right now, so
you
don't own the cat. The cat owns you.
Apparently. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go.
You can own a dog. A cat will own you.
Yeah, let me go see if he's around. Hold on. Outside. Oh no, he's right there. Okay. Now, you guys probably heard me. The dog's just like literally laying right by in the hallway, and I'm like, really? Okay. All right, we got Ryan back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Gotta get these headphones connected.
So, anyway, Rick, how's your week been?
Oh, it's been torturous. Well, it looks like
Torturous, you
Ryan's
said?
got leapfrog going on there, so
That works better.
or at least it looks like leapfrog.
All right, your
Personal computer sucks.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
Can you hear me?
a new one next week.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Ryan, what about you? How's your week been, man?
Besides the wife being sick and some idiot deciding to use my card to rent or try to rent $50 worth of movies on a website, so I don't have means of getting money out except for going into the bank. Great.
Yeah, my grandpa's credit card got hacked again. And he doesn't even have that credit card. It's never even come out of the envelope it was shipped in.
And they're still using it?
It's
or trying to?
Well, a company made a transaction against it that has been told that they're not to do that anymore because he wasn't the one to sign up for the thing. And yeah.
I mean, I had my birthday was Wednesday, last Wednesday, and I mean,
well, you see, when it comes to my grandpa's bank, and who he also has a credit card with, although they'll change the card number, the account number associated with that card remains the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter how many times the card gets changed, because the initial account number remains the same. You can, just like last month and the month before, it's a bad banking thing that this bank does. And I would not be surprised if your bank is the same way.
Probably. I mean, it's been a couple years since it happened, but
yeah. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead. Other than that, like I said, my birthday was last Wednesday. I am now 38. Cannot believe it. Jeez. But anyway, besides that, let's go ahead and get to our first topic. Lexington Comic and Toy Con 2024. So here is the dates for it. It's March 7th through the 10th of 2024. Guys, I did put in the description below, the link in the description below that, where you can get the tickets and everything and all the information you need for like photo ops and all that and see who's going to be there. Now, as for Rick and I, we might be skipping out on this one next year because of PMC. Because it's happening and, money. So might be
the 10th is also daylight savings time.
Oh, March is daylight savings time?
March 10th is daylight savings day. The day that the clock gets sprung forward an hour.
So we gain an hour or lose an hour?
Lose.
Oh, boy.
But it happens at like 2 a.m., so yeah. You'll be asleep, maybe.
Well, my cat tried to get upstairs, but the dog heard her come upstairs. So anyway, guys, if you're interested in going to Lexington Comic and Toy Con, the information is in the link in the description below this episode. So, but we want to go ahead and announce who's going to be there. And that is, he's done a lot of voiceover work. Ryan knows this actor from Invader Zim, but we also know him as Alpha 5. And he also played Billy from Billy and Mandy, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, okay. And he also played the voice of Alpha 5, Alpha 7, and the voice of Alpha 8 and Alpha 9 in Once and Always. So he will be there. Guys, I wish I was going because it'd be cool to see this guy. I got a picture with him at one of the PMCs. But yeah, This guy is very multi-talented. I did not know his voice was high-pitched. I did not know that. It's kind of interesting when you meet an actor and you're like, oh, wow, okay. But, he's really cool. And, he's going to be at Lexington in 2024, so definitely stop by his booth. So next up in the topic list, guys, this was posted, I think the next day after Rangers Stop 2023. Now, thanking everybody for attending and all that stuff. Now, there is not going to be a Ranger Stop in 2024. But there will be a Ranger Stop in 2025. And here's the reason. What they said, I've talked to the guy that runs and owns Ranger Stop, that, he said that the reason why they're doing this is because, it's more than anything that, because PMC is happening around that time. So it gives more people time to save up for the next one in 2025 for Ranger Stop, since PMC is a every other year convention. So for those of you guys that want to go to Ranger Stop Orlando in 2025, I suggest saving up after PMC, because it's one of those things. It's hard to go to one convention and then the next. I mean, me and Rick can tell you that.
Yes.
It is very hard. So much. And that's why me and him always do, and me, Ryan, and him only do Cincinnati Comic Expo one day. Because there's no reason for us to go more than one day there, especially when we live in Ohio.
Unless there's certain actors that are there on different days that you want to see. That's about it.
Yeah.
But if you go like I do just to buy some stuff and not really worry about the actors too much, you don't need to go every day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing. You always want to make sure, and also with those actors, you want to get in their line right away, especially if they're mainstream actors. For example, Christopher Lloyd. There's a lot of mainstream actors there.
Isn't like Rose McGowan and Holly Combs is her name from Charm?
Yeah, Charm is going to be at.
They're going to want to get into their lines like as the door opens.
At Lexington, yeah, they're going to be there. If you guys are big Charm fans. That's the thing. When I saw that, I'm like, I want to go and meet them.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Jonathan Bowerman from Malcolm Merlin and Captain
Jack Harkness.
Yep, that played in Doctor Who. I met him
Torchwood.
I met that guy twice, and he's the one that takes the pictures with his phone, with my phone, because he takes multiple photos. And this guy is hilarious. It's always fun seeing actors that actually just don't sit behind their table. They actually get out from behind the table and interact with their fans. It's always fun to see that. Because, I mean, you're going to be sitting there all day and you're like thinking to yourself, it's got to be, I mean, it's never fun just sitting there and not trying to fall asleep. And just go, oh, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said before, Ranger Stop Orlando is going to be in 2025. And 2025. Rick, we've been there twice. We went there twice because we went there in 2018. No, 2019 was our first one, and this year was our second one.
Yep.
And compared to that, what did you think? I think I asked this before, but I'm going to ask you again. What do you think compared to 2019 and Ranger Stop 2024? What did you think the difference was between those two?
I mean, this one was slightly bigger. Yeah, I mean, It wasn't just 3 rows. So that was nice.
Yeah.
I didn't feel as bored.
Or is burned out like last time.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The last day, yeah, I was.
Because of money. I mean, dude, you were
Well,
like,
not just money, the fact that I've already been to all the places and I literally was just hanging out at one booth playing. So, thank you.
yeah.
Tokyo Lectables, thank you for putting up with me.
And I didn't even know they were going to be there.
So I didn't either.
So, yeah, that was a big surprise. And Ryan, if we see them at, and I'm sure they'll be at PMC next year in 2024. If you have any orders that you haven't gotten from them, I think you should get in contact with Rick at this point. Rick, talk. Oh yeah,
transfer money over to his account so he can get the stuff there for me, so I don't have to worry about waiting.
He'll pass them on to me. He'll pass them on to me, and then
no. The thing is, I had it ordered. They had it there, so I was able to pull up the order on my phone, show them, and the girl that owns it was like, "Oh, I can go ahead and mark that as shit. You can mark it delivered, and I can give you the product now." Because they already got the money.
Yeah.
So they take the money when you pre-order. It's not we put a hold on your account that keeps coming off and on over time. No, you make pre-order, they get the money, they use that money to get the product, and then they ship it. Now, like with mine, the reason that it hadn't been shipped, even though they had it there, was because they had the Japanese release there. Oh. And I ordered the second release, which was supposed to come from China.
Well, that makes sense.
So that warehouse, that distributor had not distributed to them yet. But because they had extra and they were selling it cheaper than what I paid for the Chinese version, they were willing to do it. Now, let's say they were selling it for the extra $10 or $15 that they had on the site, which is for covering the shipping. That's why they don't charge shipping when you ship, because it's built into the price that you pay.
Right.
So by turning around and just being like, I didn't care that I paid an extra $10 on it. So what?
Yeah.
Because I got the item and I was already good with it. So they save a few bucks on shipping. I save time on waiting. Win-win.
So anyway, but yeah, guys, like I said before, Ranger Stop Orlando will be happening in 2025. So yeah, we'll guys keep you posted on the dates for that once they come available. We don't know when they'll announce the dates for that, but it'll probably be sometime later in 2024 or 2025. They'll probably announce it. Anyway, but we have some good news. We do have Ranger Stop and PopCon in 2024. But let's go ahead and look at the dates. Here we go. All right, guys. So Ranger Stop and PopCon is happening June 21st through the 23rd in 2024. It will be at the Omni Atlanta Hotel at what's that word right there, Ryan? Do you know what that word is?
Centennial.
The Centennial Park, yeah. And guys,
so in other words, that's going to be a really nice place.
Apparently it's at a new location, so. And it says reserve your rooms now. It's $139 per night. Guys, the link is in the description for all this information and tickets and all that. I'm going to go ahead and give me 1 sec. I'm going to go ahead and go to the early bird purchase tickets, all tickets until the 31st of this month. So, guys, if you want to get your passes early in advance, I would definitely get them because, I don't know if they're doing a deal during this holiday season, or if it's just, regular price. But like I said, make sure you get those. And then more than likely,
it's a deal for the early bird.
Yes, that's more than likely. Yeah.
It may be the same price later, but you're probably getting some extra stuff with the early bird.
Right.
It was like PMC did.
Yeah. So, also, here's a look at the website. They have actually changed up the website for the convention for Ranger Stop and PopCon. So, guys, the link, like I said, the link's in the description. It'll take you directly to the website, and you'll be able to order your tickets there, get all your hotel booking, everything. I think that cat is trying to test my dog. Really, Bella? Mm-hmm. Anyway. So we do have guest announcements for Ranger Stop and PopCon 2024. I think we should go ahead and get those out of the way. First guest that was announced, Kerrigan Mahan, as you guys know him as Goldar and the Magna Defender from Lost Galaxy and from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers all the way into space. So he will be there that weekend. Guys, I met him before. He's really funny. He's a really talented actor, and he also played the voice of Jeb from VR Troopers. If you guys don't know who Jeb was the dog of Ryan Steele. You guys have never watched he played a talking dog. So, yeah, that was an interesting thing. But you'll be there. And also, Jeff Perazzo, the Trent Hernandez. Was it Hernandez or Gonzalez? I can't remember what his last name was.
I think they switched back and forth between the two.
Well, I think he was Trent Gonzalez or Hernandez. I think Trent Gonzalez Mercer, because he was adopted by Anton Mercer in the show. Yeah. The White Dino Thunder Ranger, he will be there that weekend. So definitely stop by and get an autograph, get a picture, chat up, meet him. And also joining him will be Kevin Duhaney, Ethan James, the Blue Dino Thunder Ranger. And who else? We got some more people. Next up, we have John Toohey. You guys know him as Anubis Doggy Kruger, the SPD Shadow Ranger, and Daggeron, the Solaris Knight. He will be at Ranger Stop and PopCon that weekend, guys.
That would have been a fantastic full-out team-up if they had done that.
Yeah, it would have been interesting considering, he would be playing two different characters. But.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he'll be there. Definitely stop by, say hi to him. And next, we have Katrina Devine. She played Mara from Ninja Storm, and she also played Cassidy Cordell in Dino Thunder, and she also came back as Mara in Dino Thunder for the team up. So she'll be there.
No sense in not letting her play her old part.
I mean, she's really nice. I've met her twice, and she's really cool. definitely say hi to her. But yeah, let me go to Rick. Rick, who do you think stands out more from these guests, man? Ranger Stop and Popcorn to you, if you were going, that is.
Oh, that's a tough one. Not sure.
Ryan, who do you think stands out more? If you would have to.
Yeah, that's. I would probably go with. I don't know. That's really tough.
I agree with you on that because they're all awesome. They're all awesome
Yeah, I
cast
don't
members.
think I've met Katrina, so.
Well, she's been at Ranger. She went at PMC in 2022. I know with Katrina Brown. Browning.
Yeah, I don't think I went up to him.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I really got autographs at PMC.
We're too busy at Rangers at Tokyo Collectibles and all those other vendors.
Not at PMC, not last year's PMC.
I'm sure. You did end up with a lot of models.
Yeah. So maybe.
Anyway. But yeah, guys, definitely get your tickets for this. It will be happening in June, the 21st through the 23rd. And yeah, have a good time. It's always fun to go to these type of things. I mean, it'd be awesome if we could go, but like I said, money is the key thing.
Yeah.
But the place we are going to in August, and guys, we got some guest announcements for PMC 2024. And this is a first time ever in the United States for this particular actor. Well, actually, two of the actors. But I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce the first one. Shiro Izumi. I don't want to butcher his name. And this appearance is courteous Tokyo Spirits, which is a convention that I think they've done stuff. They had a convention in Japan for the first time, and so this is his. Like I said, this is going to be his first U.S. Appearance at PMC, which is going to be. Yep. And as you guys know him, he played the Dragon Ranger in Juleja. He's going to be there August 23rd to the 25th that month, and it'll be at the Pasadena Convention Center in Pasadena, California. So, guys, make sure you get your passes if you haven't gotten already. I know that they have some type of lightning pass available on Trixit.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to get ahead of the line,
to get his autograph.
So that way you'd be able to get in line.
Now.
Get in line, get his autograph. But if you want to get an actual chance to have not just that one-on-one experience, and you will also be able to, if you want to do this, it's a special dinner they are doing. Again, guest appearance courteous of Tokyo Spirits, and it's going to be a fan meet and greet dinner. It's covering up. Hold on. Here we go. And the VIP and the dinner VIP has up to 7 guests from Japan. So that means they're going to have more than just him, some other Tokyo Spirit guests and actors. So, yeah. And guys, that is in the description below. The tickets for the passes for PMC and the tickets for the dinner. Now, the next guest that was announced is also first time of him being in the U.S. And this is usually, I do announce
3 of these characters, I think, based on
usually I do. Like I said, for only U.S. fans only, because this is going to be in the U.S. So yeah. I usually don't mention this series often, but I said, what the hell? Mashiho. You know what?
Masahiro,
Masahiro.
and I don't know how to pronounce the last name.
Kamen Rider DK. He is going to be there, and this is going to be his first U.S. appearance as well. And guys, if you want to meet him, there's a lightning pass where you can get ahead of line and have first dibs on meeting this actor.
Yeah.
But you're guaranteed a picture and a signed photo from them at the line. So, yeah, they're $300. You're spending money. The thing is, this lightning pass is an extra thing. You cannot use this pass as your way of entering the convention. You have to get a pass and that if you want to do it.
Yeah.
So, just to let you know. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So let me go to Rick. Rick, what do you think, man? We got our first 2 guest announcements.
I know
from PMC, and it's Tokusatsu characters from Ranger from Sentai.
This guy, the Kamen Rider Decade actor, does not have a lightning pass.
Oh, he does not.
No, the lightning pass is only for Dragon Ranger.
Huh. I wonder if there's anybody. But anyway, yeah. So it's pretty cool that they're going to be there. It's cool that PMC does get a lot of more than just Power Ranger cast members. They try to get as many actors to come to these things, especially from Tokusatsu. Ryan, what do you think, man?
Yeah. Well, you're seeing.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
What you were probably seeing on there was the VIP Platinum Japanese guest sponsor, because they have 3 of those here. 1 for Dragon Ranger, 1 for Kamen Rider Decade, and 1 just overall. And all 3 of those you can get individually for the nice low financial bankruptcy of $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, there goes your tax return. If you're making that much money from a tax return for anybody.
If you're making enough money to add that as your tax return, you can afford these without the tax return.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're getting that much back in taxes, how much are you overpaying?
Mm-hmm.
You might want to check with it.
But yeah, PMC.
You would want to see an accountant.
But Rick. Me and him been to this. He went there. His first one was
I'm gonna have to spend the money and get the lightning pass for Dragon Ranger, because my Dragon Sword needs to be signed again. Yes, and this time it won't be on the ass.
Yeah. One sec, guys. I'm gonna stop my cam for just a sec.
Wow.
Put us on the spot.
Yeah, we'll probably have Dragon Sword signed on the chest.
You got Jason David Frank signed it?
Yeah, that's why I said not on the butt. Again. Okay, I use more colorful language, but hey.
Not on the butt.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I wanted to cover up Jason David Frank's autograph.
Not on the butt.
Now, if I'm right, go ahead, pull up that shadow image thing again with Dragon Ranger on there with the 7.
Give me 1 sec. Let me go ahead and go back. This one right here. Oh, this. Okay. Well, yeah. Hold up. There we go. That one.
Yes, that one. I am hoping that the one on the end of the top row, so the one under the 24, is going to be Tricera Ranger.
Well, that might actually be
because I think the one below Dragon Ranger, the first one in the second row, is Kamen Rider Decade.
let me see. You're probably right. I don't know.
So I'm hoping that the one at under the 24 is Tricera Ranger, because at that point I can get the Triceratops signed by him, and all of Daijujin will be signed by the Japanese actors. So in between the one I think, so the one under the 25th is going to be Rika, or yeah,
Reiko Chiba.
Yeah,
Reiko Chiba.
because it's
maybe that'd be awesome.
It's definitely a girl with the long hair. Now, the one on the very end, under the A for August, I am not 100% sure on.
You know what would be funny, though? If it's actually an actor with just long hair, a dude, and that was such a throw-off.
I don't know too many Japanese male actors with long hair that I can even think of for...
I know that, I think the guy that played Kamen Rider Gaim had his hair grown out. I think. I'm not totally positive on that, but
yeah.
Anyway.
But the thing is, there are 7 spots. What if it's Kamen Rider Decade and the entire Jew Ranger cast?
That would be a big surprise. But I'm sure that they would want to get more than just
yeah.
They would want to try to do like a variety of cast members at that. But
yeah.
Like I said, we'll see. I mean,
the girl could be any of the female Super Sentai. But I can tell you right now, the long hair picture there, the third one in the top row, is going to be a woman.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, though, but, we'll be getting more announcements in 2024. So, guys, we'll make sure to keep you posted on that.
But I am hoping for Tricera Ranger, because Dragon Ranger, Tricera Ranger are the last 2 autographs I need. And that would be my entire budget for PMC if they're there.
Yeah, I mean, these cast members, they're coming from overseas. And
yes.
It's very, very hard, because they don't really speak, understand English very well. They have translators, so that's always a good thing.
And
to help out.
Some of them do actually know some English. Now, that's why they still have the translator, because they're not experts. They're not fluent. And American English is slightly different than British English, and slightly different than English taught in foreign schools, because it's the straight English and not with all the variants that come with the languages in different areas.
Yeah, exactly.
We have soda, we have pop. It's literally the same thing. But if you say, hey, would you like a soda? And someone says, hey, you want a pop? They're going to look and be like, what? So it's because of the variations, even in American English, throughout the country.
Sorry, guys. My nose is just freaking driving me nuts. Sorry.
So you be patient.
So, guys, speaking of Super Sentai, we've got some to talk about in the Super Sentai Zone. Now, this is going to be regards to the next season of Super Sentai, which is called Boom Boomager, whatever the title is. BOOMGER. And guys, we actually got a little look at the
Bon Boomager.
Bon Boomager. Yeah. Anyway, we got a look at the a leaked image of the logo. So here we go. And it does look like it's going to be a vehicle-themed series.
It is.
And I got to tell you, that's pretty cool. Because I don't have any problems with that.
There's already 2 Super Sentai series that are really coming up in this season.
So yeah,
And I
we
have
haven't.
Zords for one of them, and I used to have Zords for the other.
And the thing is, it's that they haven't released an image of what the suits look like, but we got some rumors out there from Ranger Board that somebody in Ranger Board said that they found this information on the merchandise and their mechas and their changer. So let me go ahead, Rick. What do you have to say? Go ahead.
Go ahead, pull the information up.
All right, cool.
Because I'm pretty sure. Oh, you did the price point thing. Okay.
So you want to go ahead and just zoom in on it? That way you can
Yeah.
get a better look at it. Oh, that's a little too close. Whoa. Okay. We'll start from the top and work our way on the bottom. Work our way to the bottom. So the deluxe, they have the changer, which I don't know what's going to be called. It's called the Boom Changer.
The Bond Boom Changer.
The Bond Boom Changer guy.
Spin the speedometer. Yes,
go ahead,
it's
Rick.
going to have a speedometer. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
So, lights, sound, spin the speedometer. Works together with Robo, Bond Boom cars, and weapons. The Henshin device for red, blue, and pink.
Okay. Keep doing that, Rick. I'll be right back.
Has a car muffler and Excel pedal, plus tire Excel pedal, and looks like the Yukai watch, a watch type Henshin device. You can detach the changer from the wristband by pressing the Excel paddle. You spin the tire part like the Buckinger accelerator to transform. So, Operation Overdrive. On the back is a pin recognition system, and it seems like it can interact with a lot of items in the future. Can be attached to Robo and attached to Bond Boom handle to activate handle mode, which is used to pilot the Robo.
Huh.
And then, of course, you got handle there, which is red, blue, and pink's weapon. Simply a handle, steering wheel. Can transform to gun mode, from gun mode to rod mode. Looks like a Phillips head screwdriver. Combines with the Bond Boom changer meter for handle mode.
I'm actually picturing this in my head, and it looks kind of interesting.
So the Bond Boom Change Axe is black and orange's Henshin device and weapon. The changer portion can be detached when you press the Excel button. You activate the Henshin. Transforms between rod, axe, and handle modes. Bond Boomer Robo is a 3-piece robot made from Bond Boom trailer, which will be red and white in color. The Bond Boom Off-Road, which is blue in color. And the Bond Boom Wagon, which is pink in color. Its main component is the trailer, red mecha. Its forehead has a tire affixated onto it. Trailer mode, gate mode to robot mode, or robo mode. In gate mode, you can store all Bond Boom cars and can be armed with the different cars transforming in an instant to robot form. It has 8 joints where Bomb Boom cars can be affixated. Head, chest, both arms, both legs, and both feet. This robot is the Bombooger's partner, and it's planned to appear in ground fights as well.
So, anyway, but yeah, guys, if you want to look, go to Ranger Board. They have some more information on this. If you want to learn more about, and it looks like they also have they're releasing the Sentai Hero series, which is Boone, red, blue, pink, black, and orange.
Yes.
And they will not have a Yellow Ranger in this.
As part of the main team. We still don't have information on the 6th Ranger.
Which more than likely...
Or additional Rangers if they go beyond 6.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. If anything, I would highly doubt that they would ever have a Yellow Ranger as a 6th Ranger. I know a lot of people...
The first one was Green. And Green's been part of a main team, too. So, even before he became a 6th Ranger. So, it is possible.
Well, I'm saying that, you know...
A female 6th Ranger would be fun.
I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying that... I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys.
Although, there are 2 Sentai teams rumored or will appear in the show, supposedly. Go-Onger.
As you know, it's RPM.
Yeah, Tafuger.
And the season we never got.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
but
RPM and trains.
Yeah. So, but yeah, guys, if you want to look up more information on this, just keep an eye out. We'll be making sure to post photos and everything once it comes available, once somebody leaks them out or, you know, finds it on a magazine. But before we move on to this topic.
Apparently, it does appear that the because Orange is going to have, so Black and Orange are supposedly going to have their own actual individual Megazords. So Orange is going to have an Orange Zord, a Yellow Zord, and a second Orange Zord. Or, no, sorry, a yellow and an orange. Whereas Black is supposed to have a black and a green.
Right. So,
yeah.
But anyway, let me go to Ryan. Ryan, what do you, I mean, before we move on to the rest of this topic, what do you think of this? I mean, you know, whether if these are actual legit, knowing that, you know, this is what's going to be in the series, and then you got the logo, which that is obviously official because it doesn't have any color to it yet, but it is an official logo. But what do you think of the information that we just read right here?
Like you were doing, I was picturing everything in my head. So when you're giving a quick description of each Zord, when I'm thinking trailer, I'm thinking Optimus Prime. But then when you mention the blue and the pinks, I'm thinking of like a typical like truck with the trailer for like a lawnmower and stuff. When you said what blue is like off-road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking four-wheeler for a Blue Ranger. And then what was the Pink Rangers?
Oh, God, let me pull that back up. Pink Ranger is getting a wagon.
When I'm thinking wagon, I'm thinking of a Red Flyer. That's what I'm thinking, or station wagon. So
Yeah, that's the
thinking,
one I was thinking of.
I was thinking station
Punch
wagon
Bug?
or a radio flyer, and I'm thinking with the
Or
trailer, it's either
Volkswagen Beetle.
Wagon?
It's either Optimus Prime. It's either Optimus Prime or a regular Ford truck driving a trailer that you would use to go and move someone's house. That's what I'm thinking of. So and then you said it's like ground forces. So I'm thinking, so it's not going to be huge. It's going to be like their size fighting. So it's going to be mini versions. So, I mean,
well, like I said,
I'm waiting for actual like pictures to see what we're getting. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, they actually did that in Dawn Brothers because their main robot was actually on the ground before actually going into Giant, which was very funny.
They were the robot.
Yeah. And that was really cool how they did that. So,
although it'd be funny if they turn into the Zords again.
Yeah. I mean, I love what they've done with the Sentai seasons. They've been very unique. Dawn Brothers was an interesting series. I mean, I didn't dislike the look. I just thought that making pink and black CGI'd and just, I don't know. But it's, it's still fun to watch. So we'll see what's going to come up to this. So next up on the Super Sentai Zone, guys.
This is going back to more of a cheesy style season.
Oh.
Because it's supposed to, again, reset to being for children.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't realized, the string of Sentai have
children.
So they'll grow with a watching base, and then they'll go back and then grow again. So it seems like it's that King Oger is the final elevation before it resets for a younger base again.
Right.
Which could still be funny as hell.
This is a weird question. Sorry to interrupt. Right. So when you're going through the list of like the sets for like the merch and stuff, I see a shovel and dozer. By any chance, would that be the Orange Rangers Zords or whatever? Or is that completely different?
Those probably are auxiliary. Those might be just auxiliary. But we don't have any more information on that.
So you have a builder set, which works with orange. The police set works with black.
Okay. That's what I kind of figured.
As for then there's supercar, which I don't see anything here on that. Yeah. So dozer, shovel, and racing, I'm not 100% sure. But like builder set, there is oranges, and there's a police set. So the Patro Car 1, Patro Car 2, which are the police set, are for black. So yeah, the builder set, which is probably the 3 or 2, and then racing is separate.
So next for the Super Sentai Zone, guys, we've got another Memorial Edition item that's coming out from Decarange's 20th anniversary, and that is the Shadow Saber, as we know from SPD. But this is the sword, Vega sword, I think it's called. The D sword Vega. And guys, it is a full-length role-playing sword. And guys, if you're interested in getting this, I think the pre-orders are available right now on Toe Collectibles, which is coming from Japan, and that is $225. So, guys, if you're interested in getting this, the link is in the description. But let me go to Ryan for this. Ryan, what do you think of this, man? Just by looking at it.
The Shadow Saber.
my son's favorite character to play in Battle for the Grid.
How old is he now?
I think it's 7.
Oh, well, it's about time he gets a sword.
Well,
it would be bigger than
Santa
him.
might be getting him one, not that one specifically, but
That thing is. Look how big that thing is.
it's nice. It's nice.
It's beautiful. And I like how it looks like the light comes from the mouth, and to add that effect. So, Rick, what do you think, man? Just by looking at this,
I am so tempted.
Yeah, it's a dude. I mean, these premium Bandai items
They're expensive.
They're not cheap. And being a Memorial Edition, you'll more likely have the voice of Doggy Kruger from Deck Ranger.
Yeah.
With us, but
so it was.
It is on Tokyo Collectibles, guys. I put the link in the description below this episode. So, guys, if you want to get it, definitely pre-order it. It is going to be coming from Japan. They don't have any coming from the U.S. yet. So,
no, you'd have to order it through Premium Japan. If they have U.S. shipping, or through one of the apps that can order from those sites, and
which is more likely Tokyo Collectibles, because this comes in August of 2024 from Japan. So
do they even have that up yet?
And if they do come out within the U.S., guys, I'll make sure the link will still be in the description. Other than that, I mean, this is a pretty awesome item. I mean, there's a lot of things I'm looking forward to from Super Sentai. The next season of Super Sentai, and then we'll be finding more information on that. So guys, keep an eye out for that. So when we thought the Funko Pops were done, we were wrong. Due to the fact is this is the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers.
Yes.
So how could you?
Collectibles does have the Sword Vega for pre-order.
Was it out of stock already?
No. The pre-order sign's actually up.
Oh, okay.
But,
so that must be for something else in the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys,
$225.
This item
out of stock was for the Fire Squad license.
Is not on this website just yet. If we get information on this, I'll make sure to share it. But here's a look at this Walmart exclusive. The White Ranger with Saba. And guys, like I said, it's going to be a Walmart exclusive. If you maybe they will have it at your local Walmart and you can pick it up.
Hopefully they won't operate like Walgreens.
So guys, you definitely could get that. Now, Rick, I'm going to go to you. What do you think of them re-release? I'm doing a lot of doing re-release of Rangers from Mighty Morphin.
Well, you knew they were going to.
And including, but instead of just, them not including the weapons, these including the weapons,
well, they had to do something different. They had to change them because they've already released them without the weapons.
Right.
So now they're releasing it with the weapons to double dip. Next, we're going to get the bouncy head, bobblehead.
Ryan, what about you, man? What do you think of these Funko Pops being released after many years?
Or cockpit mode.
Because it's funny because I think the first they didn't. I don't know if they released any. I think they stopped doing Funko Pops for quite a while for Power Rangers, and then they decided to bring them back this year.
Well, I think this is the first time they've done it under the Hasbro licensing.
That's true.
Yeah, because I think I was about to say the last ones were the 2017 movie, but they also did the Megazord and the Ultrazord and stuff.
Yeah. But they also did the actual full-out Mighty Morphin team as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that ones without the helmets?
They did that as well.
Yeah. And I think that was during the 25th anniversary. I think they did that during the 25th anniversary. Because this is for the 30th anniversary, so it makes sense of them doing that. If you notice the logo right there, it's the logo for Hasbro.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so once these come up on the website and if they post them somewhere, I'll definitely share it on our Facebook page. You just got to keep an eye out for that. I always make sure checking to see who posts it first, and I just share it right away, make sure. But Yeah, I mean, all the news we've gotten, guys, pretty good for being our, 199th episode, our 199th episode. So, guys, we are now into our Power Rangers Cosmic Fury episode rates, and we will be talking about episode 10, the season finale, and the final season of this era of Power Rangers, which is titled The End.
Fell, can't get up.
Help, I'm falling. I can't get up. So in this scene, you see Ion waking up into this white room or something, some type of area. We don't, he doesn't know where he's at. And in the distance, he sees somebody that looks like Zato. Now, I'm not going to mention who that is just yet. And he thinks he's on Navarro, which is where he encountered his old teammates, repeating over and over again, we got to think of something else or whatever.
Yeah.
So during that time, the Rangers are trying to escape Eltar, but with the help of Slither and Mucus, commandeering a
Squid
drill, they try to make a path.
I know they finally get their hands on a thing that can transform into a giant fighting robot.
Yeah, but what's really cool is
the Rangers
during this scene, guys. I'm trying to make sure not to tell too much of who this person is in this in the morphing grid.
Mm-hmm.
So, where is it? Oh, darn it! Did I freaking mess this up? Where is it? I think I did. Hold on a sec, guys. I think I switched it around.
Rearranged the photos.
Yeah, that was my fault.
He put the photos on random shuffle.
More than likely, yeah.
See the end photo or the title screen. The end is the last one at the out of it.
Let me see.
Play it all backwards.
See, I hate when I do this. Let me try to see if I can fix this real quick, guys. I'm so sorry about this. I don't know why I put these in the wrong order. So annoying.
My giant tower of lightning collection back there. That's not even all lightning collection. I need to actually put it back where it belongs.
Okay. So I didn't want to get ahead of myself on this episode because, it'd be kind of weird to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, oh, we skipped a chapter.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go ahead and exit out of this screen share. Give me 1 sec. I got to redo all this. It's so much fun, guys. It's so much fun. Love it. I have so much fun doing this. Hold on a sec.
Scares me.
Okay. So let's go ahead and open. All right. That's for later. We've already been through this. Let's go to what I need to go to. Here we go. So in this next scene, which is pretty awesome, I think at least. I don't know what you guys think, but they get some help from some legendary Rangers, but in a different way.
Oh,
Guys, they get help from the Rangers in their Megazords.
Hell yeah!
You've got the Megazord, aka the Dino, also known as the Dino Megazord. You got the Ninja Blaze Megazord. You got the Beast X Megazord. You got the Astro Megazord. You got the Galaxy Megazord. They're joining the fight against the
so apparently the Astro Mega Ship Mark II can also form a Megazord.
That's more than likely that's what it is. And I got to tell you, this is
freaking Mark III.
That might be true too. But I got to tell you,
knows how many of the Rangers have destroyed.
this was freaking awesome when they showed up, and the Megazords are literally cutting through the squid drills. That was just freaking. That was, more to say the least, more phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah.
Rick, what do you want to say about this scene right here, man?
I mean, I was actually surprised they did that, because usually in stuff like this they exclude the Zords. So the fact that they included a couple popular Megazords and the Ninja Blaze Zord, is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, Ryan, let me go to you, man.
Zord, Astro Megazord, Beast King Megazord.
No, that's not the Beast King Megazord. That was the
Beast X Megazord.
Yeah.
But still,
they probably saved time with doing this instead of having other Ranger teams.
Yeah. Oh, they did.
Mm-hmm.
But what is interesting,
CGI.
When they show in the cockpit, which is the exact same cockpit they used in Once and Always, you see the Yellow Ranger in there. And Siren Bear did confirm that is Min. She is joining the fight with Billy during this fight.
Yes.
And unfortunately, Charlie Kirsch wasn't a part of this filming. They just used a suit actor, which would have been awesome if they did that. Have her just take off her helmet too. You know what I mean? Or do something. But during this scene, it was just so awesome. Now, the Rangers are still dealing with the Master Captivator after they stole it from Bajilia. And they have to find a place to put the Master Captivator before it actually explodes and all the evil is let out in the universe. They decide, Ion wakes up from his, coma or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Basically. And they pick a perfect place to go for this, to put it in the morphing grid, which is, if this thing explodes, the morphing grid cannot be destroyed. But since the morphing grid links the power to each Ranger in the universe, and cross dimensions and prime universe and everything, that could make them lose their powers. So the place they go to is Zordnia and the altar where they got their cosmic swords.
Where it all started.
And so during that time, they're trying to figure out. They have the Morphin Master staff with them. And Javi was about to, do it himself. But this time they realized that they didn't really have to rely on just one person doing it. Maybe the whole time it was, all of them doing it, placing the staff together. And then you've got Bajilia, which, she's basically kind of the main bad at the end of this. And they fight her, and they use the Cosmic Blaster to finally destroy her. Everything's gone. No more tentacles, nothing. But they're running out of time because when they destroyed Bajilia,
they allowed her to join her daughter.
The blaster freaking hits. It falls on the ground and blasts the Master Captivator, and causes it to crack even more. So they try to head to the hole where the altar of Zordnia is with the staff, but somebody shows up that we did not expect to show up. Zato. He is now a Morphin Master. And he tells them not to be afraid and that he has a plan. And he literally takes all 7 of them and puts them in the Master Captivator. And as they're in there, Lord Zed is still a Morphin still is Master Zed, and he's about to make a strike against the Rangers, but then all of them realizing that they're pure energy, so they can't use their powers in there. But Zato has a plan to, he has an offer for Zed. And So Rick, what does he offer?
Basically his freedom in exchange for giving up power.
Yeah.
Allow him to live.
So basically, Ryan, what's next with this? And
You should have played the Frozen part of Let It Go.
I mean, Lord Zed is like, this was an interesting way of basically defeating a villain.
It was a different way of defeating someone. Like, it really didn't like destroy him in like the normal sense.
Yeah.
It was more or less like kind of a, if you're a
pacifist
Naruto,
way, I guess.
If you're in a Naruto, how they use Genjutsu, which is like a mental thing, they virtually kind of mentally destroyed.
And it was Ollie that pretty much convinced him.
Yeah. And then once they finally, he gave up the power, but then he thought, then there was like a giant Lord Zed, and you think that the Rangers are defeated, but this was a big surprise in this scene because I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, the Rangers were defeated? That's how they're going to end this? No. Lord Zed hears a familiar voice, a very familiar and annoying voice, his wife, Rita Repulsa. And the actress that played the voice of Rita was the actress that played the voice of Mystic Mother in Mystic Force. Due to the fact, the reason why they couldn't get Barbara Goodson to do that is because she was a SAG actor, and during that time, they were still dealing with the strike, so they were able to get that actress because I'm sure she was from New Zealand because they don't have a union there. So anyway,
well, I wouldn't necessarily say they don't have a union. They just are more laxed on some of the terms if they do have a union.
And what's funny is Lord Zed shrinks down, and he's like, "What? You can't get your own drink?" The Rangers are standing there, and go to find out they're on the planet Nabara, which is the Nabara Guardian, the Nimrod, Nabarian Guardian is watching over, and unless if he, changes his ways, he's going to be trapped there forever, dealing with his wife nagging him.
Yes.
So I thought that was very funny. And, Zato even said that even Lord Zed could be redeemable. Everybody's redeemable, even Lord Zed. Which is kind of funny because Lord Zed's already been redeemed. Yes. The Lord Zed from Countdown to Destruction. So this Lord Zed might be able to be redeemed as well. That was kind of weird. But anyway.
Would you imagine Monster Lord Zed teaming up with Human Zed?
Oh, yeah. So in this scene,
as hell.
The Rangers have to say goodbye to Zato because he's no longer, his mortal life is over. He is now a Morphin Master, and now he must join the other Morphin Masters in the grid by watching over the grid.
Yes, and even the Morphin Masters don't understand how he became a Morphin Master.
And this was a tough one to watch because, he was not just a leader to the Rangers in the first two seasons of Dino Fury, but he was a mentor to the Rangers too. Yeah. And then, honestly, he could still become he could still be a Ranger, but in my opinion, he still could be a Ranger because he has the power. He's a Morphin Master, so he can still access the power if he wanted to. But now the Rangers try to figure out what they're going to do next because as Leo said, have some more adventures for me. And where they head back to home, and they're all celebrating, and they're whatchamacallit, Hobby's performing a song to the saying, "May the power protect you," which we will get to at the end of this, but I don't want to ruin anything I don't want to get anything just yet because there is this part at the end of this episode that I'm going to show but this is Zato watching them from within the grid, and he says the last line he says is "Cool, coolio," and also we get a look at Amelia's baby sister named Poppy after freaking Pop. So, but yeah. Also in this episode, Chance's daughter and wife make a cameo appearance in the audience. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, this episode was very well done, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to have to say, I mean, overall, even though it was only 10 episodes of this season, and just for this episode individually, and then the whole season will give that, but I'm going to give it a 10 because, it was a good way of ending the era of this era of Power Rangers. And for the whole season, for being the last of this era, I'm going to give it a 10 because, it would have been great if they would have extended it with more episodes, maybe even like 15 episodes. That would have been great. But what we got, I mean, I'm giving this episode 10, and I'm giving this season a 10, being, the last season of this era. Rick, what do you give the rate of this episode and the season as a whole?
So this episode, I am going to actually give it a 10. It could have used a little bit more footage, but it actually did well. So this is actually the episode of the season I do truly believe deserves a 10. However, overall, I would give this series, this whole season, an 8.5. Okay. Because overall, it does suffer from the shrinking of time.
Yeah.
Some of the storylines could have been played out a little more after and then even though I did give this episode a 10, and I don't remember what I gave last week's episode, but like the two together should have been more of a 3-parter than a 2.
Right.
Well,
yeah,
because there should have been an actual fight to take down Master Zed. Now,
true.
The reasoning behind that was not sturdy enough to handle being part of a fight. Which, at least that's what was said or mentioned.
Okay.
But the thing is, with the way things are, they should have had a fight. Now, the fact that they basically imprisoned Zed until he is redeemed, it does feel a little bit of a cop-out. But if the design flaw of Master Zed's suit is the case, that would explain why no Master Zed negative fight. That's why they just went ahead and pushed out the boards last episode.
Mm-hmm. So, Ryan, what would you like to rate this episode and this season as a whole? So start with your rate with this episode and then the season after that.
For the episode, I'll rate it a 10 as well. I feel like it. I mean, granted, with how Netflix does it, where you get the entire season and stuff, like just how it left off from like the previous episode, I feel like it just could have just stayed connected as one long episode.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting what we got with what they were able to do. I would have liked to see a fight scene with him, but at the same time, at least like it was a different way, and it's I'm trying to word it like Zed to me. He was still evil, but to me, he seemed more calm than he normally like he was previously.
Mm-hmm.
And I think majority of it is because he also had Ollie with him trying to mentor him and stuff. So he was more calm, laid back, sort of, and not, going full on destruction. But I do like how they changed instead of like having all the Rangers, like how Zato's now moved on. He's part of the Morphine Masters.
Yeah,
it's one of those I'd like to see, like maybe him come back for it. But if this is the end of this specific era, that's what we get.
I mean, if they explore the multiverse, who knows? But
right.
It's a
possibility.
But
for the series
season as a whole, yeah.
I will probably have to give it a 9.
Okay.
I mean, same thing. It would have been nice to have a little more with it, but like for what we got, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
So
yeah. Before you say anything, so like I said, I gave it a 10. I gave the whole season a 10. Rick, you gave it an 8.5 for the season, and for the episode a 10, and then you gave it a 10, and then you gave it a 9. So Rick, what would you like to say real quick?
So building off of what Ryan said, with Ollie basically mentoring Zed, it would actually be funny to get a side episode or movie-ish type deal where Zed actually tries to be a good guy and Ollie is mentoring him in that. That would be funny as hell.
Now, it's kind of, I don't know why I thought about it, but like in the comic books, he becomes a ranger, sort of, right?
The Z Ranger, yeah.
Yes, he actually does get a morpher and morphs.
Would that make him a good guy, or is he still evil in the comic?
He's still evil.
Oh, okay. Because I thought they could maybe
common enemy with the Rangers.
Maybe they could do something with that, but that still involves with this universe. So I don't know.
So anyway, speaking of the reboot, guys, we're going to go ahead and discuss
universe. They're not actually part of this main universe.
Yeah. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Power Rangers reboot and what we've heard, seen, posted and all that stuff. First up, during Jason Dave Frank's what would have been his 50th birthday, this was a post from the producer of the reboot, Jonathan Entwistle. He put in here, today would have been JDF's 50th birthday. It's a true shame he will never get to see the legacy of Tommy Oliver, a character so iconic, is the center of all that is to come. Now, with that said, this could mean a bunch of things. Whether if they're going to try to have a heavily involved with the Green Ranger in there, or something like that. But here's another thing that was posted by a fan on X. I blocked out his name because I don't want to give I'm not trying to call anybody out. So right here, this is from somebody that's has an inside source to what's coming for the reboot. So it says right here, breaking. Hasbro and Netflix is prioritizing Entwistle on concluding the Power Rangers script now that the WG, the WAG strike is over via Hasbro rep. It is also stated that work has started as soon as yesterday. The current state of the new series is the Edward Hill movie script has been tweaked and turned into 2 episodes, with the third act cut to extending the series. Current roster: female Red, Green is the leader of the group, maybe Tommy. An LGBTQ male Ranger, either blue or yellow. Colors are green male, red female, blue male, yellow male, and pink female. It was originally MMPR core colors, but later black got switched for green to make green leader and the focus of the show. Next year is still set to be a hiatus year, but still expect casting and filming news. Also, there's a good chance E1 is still involved due to contract obligations before the Lionsgate acquisition. Now, with all this said, guys, the reason why I say you should always take these kind of things to a grain of salt until we hear from an actual source of Hasbro or more news on this. So we don't know what's happening with the movie. If they're going to do the movie and combine it with the new Power Ranger series reboot and everything, that's just in question about that. Now, here's something that came up from a fellow YouTuber by the name of Ping Pong Flicks. He got his information from somebody that's wants to remain anonymous about the whole upcoming reboot, and saying that the character of the Green Ranger, a lot of people were thinking, oh, well, because he says legacy of Tommy Oliver, so they're thinking, well, maybe that means they're going to bring back the character Tommy Oliver, but a new actor playing him, and him being the Green Ranger. Well, according to this source, I'm going to do quotes around that, they were saying that the name of the character wasn't going to be Tommy Oliver, but Jason David Frank, the guy that played Tommy Oliver. So I'm going to say this right now. It's more likely, probably not going to happen, but I don't think it's a good idea to do that. Of them using the name Jason David Frank for that character. And here's why. Because, Jason David Frank, of what we've heard, he's had some issues in the past with Saban and everything during the time before his past, all that stuff. And, he wasn't too keen on how everything was run by Hasbro. And that's why he wanted to put more focus on Legend of the White Dragon, of what I've heard in the grapevine. But using an actor's name that portrayed that character would not be right.
No.
And I know that they think that it's probably because they think they're honoring him. That could be the reason why they think, well, we could be honoring him, but at the same time, you're basically capitalizing and trying to make money off a real person's name.
Oh.
So, but let me go to Ryan. Ryan, what do you think about that? We all three of us already talked about this till we were blue in face, but I wanted to get your statement here about this.
If they did Tommy Oliver and recast him, you're gonna have to recast him depending on what direction they're going with. But trying to use JDF in there, like the name of like either the character or like the dad of Tommy or whatever, it just doesn't. Like if you're going to pay homage to someone passing or whatever, it's like that's really not the way to do it.
Exactly.
I mean, there could be a way, like, I mean, I don't know how well it would work, like if they did how they have the Ranger Academy, and like it would continue with how Trini and Tommy have passed, so they're still remembered that way. That would work. But if they're completely rebooting the series, I don't see it working that way with having to use his real name.
What do you think on this matter? I wanted to get your thoughts on this.
It's never a good idea to use an actor's name for your character. Now, if they wanted to basically cast a new actor to play the part of Tommy Oliver, or an older actor to play Tommy Oliver, so they can bring in AJ as the new Ranger and have the older version of Tommy be the mentor.
Mm-hmm.
So be it.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't use the actual name of Jason David Frank or any actor for your character.
Right.
Now, they could just use the name Jason Frank, which wouldn't really be him, but is him, because they're like, well, we're not calling him JDF.
Yeah, and
maybe Jason James Frank.
Well, and the thing is, it's like
it could be JJ.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, we don't know much. I mean, what we've seen, what we've heard of what's happening. I mean, then also said that they're going to be doing original villains in this instead of trying to reboot other villains. But until we get more news on this, guys, this is pretty much all we've heard and what we've seen. And here's another thing. So, Power Rangers reboot 2025. I took a screenshot from the Legacy of Nerd, because he posted this. He was talking about that people are thinking that possibly we'll get the reboot in 2025 due to the fact that they're going on hiatus for 2024. But after the news about, this is not Power Ranger related, but this is kind of like Power Ranger related, but it comes from Legacy of Nerd, and he was just putting out his opinion and thoughts on it. And I'm gonna jump in on this. I'm not bashing him on his opinion or nothing like that. Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
He was thinking that possibly the Power Rangers reboot will get delayed till 2026, because the fact that they are in the process of casting, because Sony is Jonathan Entwistle is the director, and he's working with Sony to cast the next Karate Kid, which is also going to star Ralph Macchio, I think his name is, and Jackie Chan, which comes out next. I think they're trying to hit the theaters. They're trying to come out with it in December of next year, of 2024. And that's why people are thinking, so Power Rangers is not going to come out. The Power Rangers reboot is not going to happen until 2026. My opinion is, due to the fact that they do have another person working on this with Jonathan Entwistle, that person can still do some work on the side while Jonathan is handling stuff with the Karate Kid during next year. So, like I said, they're still looking for locations to film Power Rangers, because, they're no longer going to be in New Zealand, as we all know. And, I'm not saying 2025 is when we're going to see the reboot. That's just an idea because of, the track record with Power Rangers, and after RPM. And then they didn't do Power Rangers. We didn't get a season in 2010. We got the revisioning of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from Disney. And then we got a season of Power Rangers from Nickelodeon, which was Samurai. So, but with that said, it could either go either way. We could either see it in 2025, or, hopefully we'll get some news next year on this, because with everything that's been said, that the Lightning Collection going on hiatus, not knowing what is coming from the reboot yet, so many questions, and we all want answers from this. But what do you think, Ryan? Do you think there's a possibility maybe we can see the reboot in 2025?
If they're casting, if they said that they're casting early 2024. Yeah. You can have that done, because they already have the script and everything going for the Karate Kid movie. And if that's slated at the end of 2024,
December,
while they're working on getting the cast for the reboot, they can have the script and they can start filming by 2025 or beginning of 2025. so they can still have time.
Rick, what do you have to say?
They could already have script. They could already be filming fight scenes because, for a lot of the fight scenes for Zord battles, you only need suit actors.
Right.
You can film the human parts after you get a cast, and then you work that in and do the editing. You can actually have it out by the end of 2024.
Well, this is the thing. They don't have a location yet that
we're aware of.
That we're aware of, and they haven't started. I mean, they have the script still being worked on. If it's still an active development, and we could get a script by the end of 2024, then yeah. But like I said, my thing is 2025 would make more sense since we're taking a year off with everything for Power Rangers. Besides the comic and Super Sentai and everything, and Legacy Wars. Obviously, they're still going to continue with that. But all in all, like I said, guys, once we get more information on this, I'll keep my eye out for it, and we'll talk about it. But speaking of 2024, guys, even though we're not going to have that much news, whether it's going to be the Lightning Collection or Power Rangers during 2024, maybe later in 2024, I don't know yet. I don't really know what's going on with that because, like I said, we don't work for Hasbro. We don't work for the Power Ranger brand. We're a fan site, just like other fan sites. But here's a look at what's going to come of LR4 in 2024. And there's a little bit of look at the new design of the logo with the Rangers, including all 7 Rangers in Mighty Morphin. The 2 colors of Jason A. Frank became Tommy. So we'll be continuing with our LR4 Facebook Live. I'm still in the process of trying to get interviews. It's really hard to do that because, people are busy. And then we have season 12 of LR4, which will still be happening in 2024. But the topics we're going to be having during that is Rick's Boom Time, because we still have the comic series. That's, with the Return coming out next year, and also continuing with the Darkest Hour. We'll still have stuff to talk about with that. The Super Sentai Zone, with whether it's going to be more Memorial Edition stuff or this new Super Sentai season and all that stuff. And then we have Power Rangers Legacy Wars, when we get more characters, possibly more Rangers to the roster, possibly more villains. We'll still discuss that. And then we have Ranger Stop and PopCon in 2024, where we'll continue to announce Ranger guests from there, and then onward to PMC in 2024. So, guys, we are still going to continue doing season 12 during that time, and we'll be finally at our 200th episode of LR4 next year. Now, but with that said, we're not going to have an episode every Sunday. What I'm going to do is it's going to be a periodic thing. I don't know if I'm using that word right. So basically, Ryan, you want to explain what I'm trying to say?
Basically, we've had episodes for the past 10 Sundays in a row, because we were mainly reviewing this last season of Power Rangers. So there won't be one every Sunday, but once we get enough subjects and stuff to talk about, we'll make a video about it.
Yeah, we'll do the webcast and stuff during that time. Like I said, we're not going on a hiatus. We're still going to try to do stuff in 2024. Might not be much, considering we're not really getting a lot of information except from Super Sentai, the comic, and the game, and then the 2 conventions coming up in 2024. We're just trying to keep going. We don't. I don't want to stop doing this, and I don't want to take a break because we're not. Like I said, but we won't be having an episode every Sunday in the next season. because I have to gather enough stuff to talk about because we just can't go, oh, this is what happened. All right, have a nice day, So with that said, guys, that's the plan for next year for 2024 for LR4, man, and that will be our 11th. That'll be our 11th anniversary for LR4. It's been crazy. But yep, let me go ahead and go to my. I'm gonna be showing 2 videos here, but let's go ahead and go to my co-host and let them give them your spiel because this is the end of the episode. Rick.
No. Support your local comic book shops. Support small businesses. So and then also, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If we don't see you before then.
Yeah. Ryan.
Same old. Look out for each other, especially this time of year with the holidays being tough. Did you mention anything about the end of the last episode of Cosmic Fury? About who, quote unquote, Zato was?
We'll be getting to that part when I do my outro. You'll see.
That's what I thought.
So
Okay.
I wouldn't save that for this, but yeah. But yeah, guys. So before I do my outro and all that stuff, I just want to say, 10 years of LR4. This has been great. I can't wait to continue on next year in 2024. 30 years of Power Rangers, guys. That's a big accomplishment for such a small series that grew into something even bigger than we would have known back in 1993. I mean, we made it to 30 years of Power Rangers, and with this being the end of an era of this era of Power Rangers, and going forward to the next stage in the universe, in the Power Ranger universe, and them seeing where they're going to go from there. I'm looking forward to it. Whether it's going to be animation, whether they include the animation process of it, of Power Rangers, continuing the live action, more, paying more for the young adult demographic, or older fans and everything, paying all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. But let me go ahead and do my outro here, guys. If you would, please mute your mics.
I can't see it.
But anyway, guys, thank you if you guys have watched this episode. It's going to be recorded. It's already been recorded. This has been a more phenomenal ending for 30 years of Power Rangers, and it's been great. It's been very great, and like I said, I cannot wait till 2024 to start back up, continuing LR4, and trying to figure out what to talk about. It's gonna be a lot, but you know what? I just want to keep going. Also, guys, I also hope you guys have a great holiday season, and make sure you guys spend it with your loved ones, spend it with your family. Also, guys, if there's a Toys for Tots, make sure to donate to that, or donate some money to the Salvation Army. Do something, kind for individual, because there's a lot of people out there that can't afford food, or a lot of stuff, because it's tough time. It's been tough times for everybody for the past years, and so. But like I said, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. And guys, make sure you guys like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, or if you call it X, follow us, and follow us on Instagram. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says,
may the power protect you.
And yeah, That was Russell Curry playing an incarnation of Zordon at the end of on episode 10 of The End. And remember, it's morphin' time. And once a Ranger, always a Ranger. And remember, legends never die. All right, guys.
Happy
Also,
holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you guys, to Rick, Ryan. Don't get all stressed out. You know, this is the end of this year, and we're going to be getting into 2024, guys. A start, a refresher. So, but what I'm going to leave you with, guys, is a lyric video from the final scene in Cosmic Fury, and this comes from the fan club. So guys, you enjoy this.
You'll see the bigger picture spotlight. It's me. I feel like I can take it on by myself. I want you with me, nothing like a little help. Wherever you are, no matter how far, may the power protect you. Wherever you are, no matter how far, may the power protect you. No matter